Brianna's Bananas Cooking Show. Here we go! Hello everybody, it's Brianna. So last week I shared with you a recipe that I learned in high school. I guess I'm feeling nostalgic because this week I'm going to share with you a recipe that I learned well before high school, and it's something that I used to eat all throughout high school because I did a lot of track and cross country, and it was just a really good filling thing with a lot of protein in it, a lot of carbs. So if you're working out a lot, this might be good for you. Good protein, you know. So I'm gonna make for you a casserole. Casseroles are really underrated, I think. You know, you can make a lot of things into a casserole. They're hearty, they go a long way, they're good leftover. You can also take your leftovers and make them into a casserole. Yeah. This video is also kind of a nod to my mom because she used to make a lot of casseroles. Sometimes some of them were not as good as the other ones, but this is something that I learned from her, and I think of her every time I make it. So, and thank you, Mom. She's been helping me plan my wedding these past couple weeks, which is happening in May. I'm super excited. So thank you, Mom. I'm thinking of you. So anyways, casserole. I'm going to be making a tater tot casserole. These potato puffs. So that also involves ground beef, just a pound of it, because there's only 2 of us. You're gonna need cream and mushroom soup, French style green beans. I like these specifically. I just like the texture of them. I like that they're like open already. It sounds weird, but I like that they're like cut in half, and I just like the texture of them. And just some seasonings, and that's it. Here we go. Alrighty, I got my ground beef here. Just plop it right into my pan. I'm just gonna take my flat spatula, break this up. We're gonna take some garlic from my giant garlic preserve. Take some onion. If you really wanted, you could dice up some fresh onion, toss it in there, but this is my lazy man version. This is some red pepper flakes. You can leave this out if you don't like red pepper flakes. Some Worcestershire. Woo! Just a splash. It really brings out like the beefy flavor. Some pepper. Some salt. So, my sister used to tell me this story all the time, that my brother and my sister are both older than me. So, when they would get in trouble, make my mom mad, my mom would make what was called Rox's Revenge. Her name was Roxanne. And that was like a casserole with just like any old thing tossed into it. Didn't matter if it went together, and it was never any good. And that's what they had to eat for dinner because they were in trouble. I don't really remember that because they are 5 and 7 years older than me, and I was a good child, so she didn't, not that I remember, she didn't make a lot for me. I remember one time, me and my mom used to watch that show Chopped when I was in high school, and it's the show where you get the basket and it's got like a bunch of random stuff in it and you have to make something out of that. So we would just go through the pantry when we had like barely anything in there and just pick out stuff randomly and just make something out of it, and whoever came up with the best thing won. And one time it was like I cooked up some ramen noodles, and I think I had some lettuce and a tortilla, and I feel like I'm forgetting about something else I put in there. But that was like it was like a ramen wrap, which sounds really weird, but it was like really good. It was strangely good. So you can really make like interesting things if you just want to get really creative one day. Just grab a bunch of stuff randomly, brainstorm real fast, think of what you can put together with those ingredients, see what you come up with, and it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, so this is mostly browned up. I mean, it is browned up. Not mostly, it's done. There's not a lot of grease in this pan. If there was, I would drain that out, but there's not, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna take my can, cream of mushroom, I'm going to take my French style green beans, if I can open this. I'm just going to do like half of this can. It doesn't really matter if you get some of the liquid in there, it's just going to mix with that condensed soup. Make it more of a sauce. So I'm just going to get all this mixed together. Alrighty. So when it comes to baking this, I follow the directions of the tater tots. And this says 425 for about 20 minutes for a half a bag, which is what we're going to use. So I didn't spray this pan because there's already some grease in this hamburger, right? I'm going to dump this in here. Shake it all down. Take your tater tots. Get your own tater tots, gosh. So I'm going to cover this casserole completely with the tater tots. So I'm going to put this into my preheated oven, 425. It says 18 to 20 minutes, so maybe I'll just check it at 18. It's in my oven. I'll be back in 18 minutes. Pew pew! Okay, everybody, I'm pulling it out. This is what she looks like. You just want to make sure the tater tots are done, nice and crispy. Everything's bubbling, so it's nice and cooked. So what I like to do is take some extra salt. Put it right on top for the tater tots, you know, while they're hot, so it soaks up all the salt. I'm gonna let this sit probably 5 minutes and we'll give it a taste. Okay, here you have it. My tater tot casserole. Let's give it a try. It's still very hot, so be careful. But it's delicious. Brings me right back to high school. Right after or before I had a big run for cross country or track or whatever. This was super good and filling. Good protein. It's also good with like a piece of bread or something. And it was only 4 ingredients minus the seasonings and stuff. It was just a hamburger, cream of mushroom, the green beans, and the tater tots. 4 ingredients. 4 ingredients. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try and make some. And thanks for watching. Hope you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.